Repetition, repetition, repetition. That's one thing I know, right? That's what I've been telling myself. So just kind of still seeing all the same patterns. Some people are starting to wake up. It's a good first step that all the stuff we're seeing down here is reflective of somewhere in our anatomy for the most part, because the whole show, it's about us because we are the actual gods. That part of God through that God projector is what we're manifesting the entire experience down here. The whole light show. That's what all the stuff in the movies. That's what Star Trek was saying. Beam me up, Scotty. That was just on the set because it was reflecting a truth. Everything in Hollywood is telling you a truth through a parable. Because everything that we observe down here, right, is even when you're looking at your vision, the rays come in, and then what does the eye do? It's a lens, and they get switched upside down, and then they make up some other story that you flip it up the other way. But that's just your God that observes it. It's that powerful. So everything you see out here has a meaning, right? But now we can actually figure out what those symbols are and what they really mean, why they're being projected through your projector. You got to start taking responsibility for why that's out there on the set. I mean, how long can we just yell out there that the crazy elite are doing all of these things? It's in your head. The show is in your corpus callosum. That's where the ring is, between your Cain and Abel, the hemispheres of your head. So we can figure these things out. They don't have to be crazy mysteries, right? Somebody ready to step up for that? I threw it up there again today, just in the newspapers. Let's go all the way back to 1801. What were they talking about back then? Vaccinations. Cowpox then. Were we cows treating each other like cows because we're treating cow animals like that? Is that why we're getting that treatment? Is that what it symbolized then? Has anything really changed? Right? I mean, got the masks and all that. 1917, got all that in the record. Again, we got the children being trafficked, the church, the thousands and thousands underground children. Is that really going on? You need, for the truthers, our 19%, we need to start asking these questions so that we can quit scaring the other children around us. That's the next step. It's already been in the script. Why we need to ask, why is it always in that script? Why did we put it in the script? That's the real question. Why did the God in us make these issues, and now they're being played out on the electric light show out there for us to help us and the other us life that's out there? Forget about trying to wake people up to anything. I mean, how much luck have you had trying to tell a masker that, oh, there's an elite pedophile ring? How far does that get you? It's just not part of their role. It's just like, zzz, right? This is not what they're meant to do. Yeah, and there are some more extreme Karens, and that's their role. But a lot of people are just, they don't know what's going on because there is no one telling them what to do. The government seems crazy, but everyone around them seems crazy too. Even conspiracy theorists coming in there telling them that there's hundreds of thousands of kids buried underground and getting sexually molested. Yeah, that sounds a little bit extreme, I think. Unless you have firsthand personal experience with that, shut the fuck up. I mean, the mask is for people. Shut up. Someone has a mask on. Shh. That's why they have it on. Because they aren't meant to be talking. Because you can break the law with that voice. That's what it's symbolic of. Cover it up. So you don't need to hear about anyone who has a mask. That's not your voice for you. I saw a lady in the store, and she's got people coming at her, screaming, yelling. I said, any energy you get in your life is because you're putting it out there, and it's meeting itself for that experience. That's God experiencing itself through a lot of different roles in the culture, right? There are a lot of personality roles. Then they play their part. Got to get used to that. We have like our 19% to share these truths with, but then from there we got to like get some strategy. How are you going to go about the new world order? What's it going to be built out of? This all the screaming and yelling down here, and we know the stuff that's on the stage has been there forever. Same script again. So as we step up into our roles as is designed in us for this part of our life, we need to seek out what is. I had one yesterday driving back over there on the highway, blinking, "Stay home, stay safe." I was like, you know, I was like, well, what does that really mean? You know, go in there and it's all just right there because it's on that script. It has a purpose, a divine design. You know, we just haven't figured it out. We're just you still thinking it's some insane government out there. We know that by now. Stay home, stay safe. The beast of Revelation. Still see people make it take the mark of the beast. Participate in the economy because the mark of the beast is that your pure love, and the first commerce is that interaction with your fellow man, through the faces. That's what it's all about. Everything out on the 7/8 show that's being projected is just reflecting that. It's our job to help out our fellow life with this knowledge. You're missing the point. Yeah, I was missing the point. Trust the plan. I am Q, hidden in plain sight. Still see people, banged up. What is your opinion of Q? Do you believe it? There's bullshit. Of course, there's going to be evidence for both sides. Just like everything out here on the set, you're going to get that confirmation bias. You're going to manifest your answers so that you're right. I don't have an opinion on Q. You are Q. I am Q. It's doing what it's doing because as the God, that's what it does. There's no debate. Be in the crowd watching the show, you have all kinds of opinions. Lord of the world. Only a God can recognize a God. That's what this whole process is, to look and remember that that's what is the life in us, that is God. This whole journey, this whole experience, all these years and wandering and quarantine for 40 years, it's in the Bible, was to experience and learn so that you would develop, have the tools to get to that next stage of development of the mind. It's how it envelops. So we recognize the God, namaste. It's in everyone. I was sitting outside earlier. I saw a guy, and he had the muggle on, but it's hot as fuck out. And I think he looked at me, and he's like, "Well, that guy doesn't have his on." And by the time he got up close, he pulled it down. I was like, "Well, good. There you go." Be the change. I'm not wearing a fucking mask. If I go into that store, because I know I'm going in that Kroger for shit I don't need, and everyone's in there, I'll just do the chin thing. Good luck trying to get me to put it over my nose. Not that stupid. The day of the apocalypse. Apocalypse is the unveiling. The truth is being told. That's all it is. It's not like huge calamity, holier than thou, motor mouth. Go home, stay safe. Shh. See, that's a symbol. Shut the fuck up, because King's coming back. They've all played their parts. They're telling the acting troupe has done everything that they can do in that script. Stronger to love. So insuppressible narcissistic rage. Narcissist keeps popping up in these end times. But I think people that don't get that higher sight, that there's more to them, that they are an expression of God. Like, the glitches in the light show, it's going to be rough. Rough for them. So, one world leader. I am a chosen vessel of God. That's what we're waking up to. And that all the people around us are in on it. It's a big play. It's a big Truman Show from God for you. I don't... those people, they're playing their role. Just like the 7s and 8s, the 3-7-8 cowbell, earth frequency. Told another guy that today, because he was like, "Why are all these idiots around us?" Well, that's our test. They are our test. They're the characters. Our car is our heart, and they're the actors in our car. Trying to just think of how else do you explain what Plato's cave is? It's holographic, it's real, right? But it's just the light version of that. Your body feels very realistic. That's why it's an awesome game. Because God makes them. If you knew you were eternal and nothing can really happen to you, you'd probably be a little bit more confident. The center of the sphere of the stars. Tarot divination. So people looking at those tarot cards, right? There's 78 of them. They're in the physical plane. It's a clue to what we're seeing out there. Um, but the holographic projection is a cartoon creature called the mirror. Yeah, we're looking through a mirror at the lights until we. That's why we can't hurt ourselves down here. You're already protected. You're in a FEMA camp. That's why you see that. You're gonna be afraid of FEMA camp. You're already there. All stuff you think you're afraid of, it's already happened because that's why it's being run through your projector. That's your clue. There's nothing to be afraid of. Come on. Vaccinations 220 years ago in the newspaper. Not too much has really been changing. John Trump is all over these ones. He's all over Revelation, end times, Trump hints, suddenly raptured. It's all just clues to edge you up to step up and embrace that your role as a free will creator against free will. So you have to go experience the hologram to get this awareness, right? It's the only place you can do it. The maker of heaven and earth is you, the God, the observer, hidden in plain sight. Judas of Iscariot is holographic projection. Because Judas is the one that climbed down the Judas 10 vagus nerve, got lost. Cain killed Abel, stumbled out there down onto the set. But that's not the whole story. But all the headlines and stuff are just coded in these. There's all the Obama stuff, even Obama getting arrested. It's like right on time in the headline. But it's just a headline. It's not, that show's not going to go arrest Obama and put him in jail, and then you're going to, what, you going to feel better? I think that's what is really going on. Has it ever happened? You can go look, just go read the newspaper. Does anything like that ever happen? But holotropic is just another way of saying it, but an American religion, Illuminati, it's just all the stuff. That's what we're watching on the TV in our minds. But championship number 131. You realize, and you Christos, strength, best gematria. There were a lot of things you could learn when you realize, right? All those realizes what you're looking at, and then it is a lucid dream, right? We're hallucinating right now. That's what you do to form this life. So I don't believe in God. Hidden it right under your nose, right in between your ears. The King Eternal, or eternal kings, male and female. We take different sexes to play these roles here in the mirror. People get afraid. Everything here is just thrown upside down, right? So the pentagram, the satanic one is upside down. You think they don't know that? And that's why they have all these symbols and go through all their little rituals, because it's just God's face being reflected. And we're the God watching that, and it could look a little goofy, intimidating. But, why are you watching all that? Because you're interested in yourself, ultimately. You're just scaring yourself with it because you don't fully understand that is a part of your story that you're projecting. God making research. Yeah, we're God's doing our research through the holographic projector. Go to Niagara Falls and step up and get the camera and look over. That's what your life is. We just didn't know till now. It's been a little bit more challenging, So once you understand something, it seems obvious, but slow down for the children. I was like, well, what is the key? There is one. They're all over the set. Vatican's in the shape of a key, but there it is. Jewish gematria 528. That's the solfeggio frequency for the heart. 528. I'll put that on the BitChute video. That's the solfeggios. So yeah, that's the key. Right there in front of my face. Of course it would be. It's illumination. It's all kinds of stuff. Police are false idols, right? The police are part of the set. We know why they're there. Are they going to mess up? Of course, they're messing up like everyone else because they don't have full knowledge of what their role is. They just have been given rules, like everyone. Here, you just get certain rules to play by. So yeah, in the new, they're not needed because it's impossible to break that law when you have this awareness that all life is divine and it's you. The circle of life. Yeah. What? Any life that you might find yourself in that position. You probably are. You are actually connected to that in that moment. It's the same awareness, right? It just God's so good. It just we have this illusion that it's separate. But no, I felt it, seen it. So that's even the that are choking themselves off, and we're like, why can you be? How can you be that dumb? But that's coming out of our mouth, so that's our lesson too, and they're bringing that out of us, right? That's their role to get that Judah out there. That's why all the weird celebrities, every single celebrity, how is that even possible? Right? They're not what we thought they were. They were our characters for when we were young, because they're us. That we were projecting them out to watch it and to learn from them, as us through them. Are they forever stuck in that 7-8 eternal role? I don't know. It's pretty twisted up, but probably because it's just playing for us as the real God that encompasses all of creation. They live in our minds. We always say that when someone supposedly passes, well, they're still alive in my memory. It's a powerful thing. I was just looking at gestation times, and humans is kind of neat. Like it's 40 weeks though. There's another 40 quarantine. But the elephant, we always say they have that memory. It's over twice as long as we are. So I mean, the memory is key. And that's something that's been missing, is that there haven't been very long-lived, knowledgeable people around. It's contributed to the forgetting how great humans are. That's why some stuff on the set that's our reminder. Like, wow, who did this? What did they know? Well, we obviously don't know. There's still buildings in Columbus, got all the Masonic regalia. Your body is a Masonic temple, the original. The characters out there, supposedly the Masons, I mean, it's just, part of the theater. But we're 33-degree Freemasons now, because the 3 sees the 3, and the nose is looking in the mirror. That's what all that is. The unhideable mark. That's the key. The mark of that beast. The beast of love that we'll need in our chest. That's what this is all about. That's where it's all going. And you can deal with the Karens. They played their part. They've all played their part. I tell you, I had those dreams, and I'm in the casino driving or in a limousine across the desert, and there's all the characters inhabiting my mind at that time. All the political people I was getting my loose to, right? To the hologram light figure show. I thought it was real. And then here I was in that dream, like, oh, how could I even have thought that? I keep seeing that theme come up, like, you get a little taste of that, and you feel so silly that you were ever worried about anything. Because, I mean, you're manifesting the illusion of time, even. Like, all of it. There's nothing that is not you. That's how powerful that is. I've had a couple glimpses of where, there is no time. Oh, it is eternal. Oh, wow. Then, boom, I'm right back here to live my life. That's what I chose, or I choose. I don't think there's anyone really keeping you here except you. The key 528 heart frequency computer is what we're watching. Is that why the Matrix told us that it was a digital world? Was that just a movie, or was that always based on something? But God is so powerful that the light show is going to have to follow certain optical laws, right, of expression. We're just seeing it now. Well, wow, every number, every letter is a code through the gematria, and everything that we're seeing is coded up, but it's not done again. It's to eventually there's no other explanation for it other than you are the God dreaming up your experience, and it would just make it that much more enjoyable of an experience as we come into this knowledge. Right? That's what this whole end times is for. Can it be scary? Because, we've got to go through some energetic shifts. And we've chosen our role, in our soul contract. It's going to be a little bumpy. We told you that when you get on the roller coaster, because we put on the seatbelt for the ride. But if you're listening to this, then I think you're up to the task. That's what it takes. It's not easy. Something that's just gonna come along and hand you all those goodies without a little bit of work. You know, some get what you pay for in that sense. Like, good that it's hard, and then when you really feel it, then you feel good that there is all that security there. It had to be there for you until you were ready, and then it's your protection from them until they're ready, because you don't want to have all that in your court, right? Talk forever about that. Who's responsible for your what's going on in your world? What's on your Plato cave walls, and identify and use that discernment, and then now you got your whole court sealed. It's a separate entity. It doesn't go out there and hurt anything out there. That was the whole problem. It is the problem still. See, like, in Columbus, they were protesting Saturday. Look, I watched a little video in there. It looked like actual people, but like half of them had masks on, and I said, "What are they chanting on? Shut up! You got a mask on. Go home. Stay safe." You're not supposed to be out there with doing that. That makes sense. But they kept saying, "This is what democracy looks like." Yeah, that is exactly what a mob rule would produce. A bunch of confused people that don't even know what they want. There's this illusion of government out there, but they've already accepted it. That's who is in charge of their life. That's why it's getting bad. It is by design. It's to bring out the stuff that is in us for our role. That's why we're manifesting it. And then now there's the anti-maskers. Okay. So anti-vaxxers, Holocaust deniers, right? There's always that test, that 738 cowbell. They're taking their cues, but right, we're gods. So just stop it right there. You don't need to participate in that as a child anymore, right? You got to get more creative. But yeah, I thought, well, put it on when you're asleep if you're really that serious about it, because they're not. They're just reacting to their parts, their stimuli, and it's for us. So when we come in and predictably, hey, wake up, right? That they don't have any other like free thinking role in that. That's not their part in the play. But there are others that we can help, and that's why we're playing the game. Oh my gosh, what other stupid stuff? Good. A lot of people going live to show who your life is, what it is, right? You're hiding. You're afraid that Big Brother is listening. Yeah, Big Brother is listening. That one. Can't hide from that one. Kids can scare the shit out of themselves. Walmart, now they got a thing to look at your face, and I just start thinking like, well, if you had an AI and what was, maybe it's trying to identify who is ready to stand up and be a man too. And maybe you're not supposed to be in that Walmart. It might be that one. And you don't have a mask, so potential. So it's trying to spot some potential, to work on. God doesn't, you don't beat Babylon at its system, and you don't beat the God you designed that system too. The only way out from here is to figure out what you're doing. Figure out what the hell you're doing and why you designed it this way. That's the only way you help yourself. The first and only thing you can immediately help. And then we can help each other. But for me, it's like I'm just doing this to help me, because I'm selfish. Son of a bitch. And but it helps you, it helps me. I was like, I always get all clammy before I come on here, and then something just takes over. I get my the energy boost. Probably just from the commerce, right? And then it's like you're at the party, and it's time to go home. But then someone fun shows up. Oh, all of a sudden you got all this energy, right? Where'd that come from? Same kind of thing. You know, I mean, who's still worried about the races? I mean, just over and over. So I'm just gonna keep over and over and this until people see how ridiculous it is. So the little, pictures of the little kids and they're all different skin tones. They don't give a fuck about, because we just train ourselves into this stupid roles. Put that one up, you get all that stuff right when you come out of your mother's shackle, like putting the floaty so they can go out into the swimming pool. That's all that stuff is. You can figure it out. Put one up there on Justinian deception. It's a pretty clean description or assigned to you as you come in to a Sephiroth there, tree of life. Well, yeah, you probably would start down there before learning and graduating, right? Just like we do in life. Those are what's being reflected on the stage. So, of course, that would happen in your God life sequence as well. So, yeah, you got to start down there because it's the ultimate challenge, right? Play Miss Pac-Man and jump up to the orange board. No, you start and then practice and practice until you can get up there. But I did notice in that he has all that knowledge, and but I noticed there was a little lack of. He didn't know how you just went from the debtor over to the creditor. You have to do it. There's a birth certificate on the debtor side. There's a certificate of live birth on the creditor side. So you can go to the health department and request that one, the certificate. They won't even know what you're talking about. They don't even know that exists because nobody ever goes in there and asks for it. But yeah, it's two different pieces of paper. So that is your record of that you're a living being. But he didn't know what to do out there on the set because there really is nothing to do out there on the set. I've learned that. I've done everything I could do almost out there for that before it dawned on me that the only thing that happens, right, is in that set projector. That's where it is to be had, to know that in your chest. And that's your frequency then. Like, you just know it. And now you've got that electric light orchestra show out of your top of your head. ZZ Top is now outside. That's why they're having so much fun. They don't think that shit's inside and real, and they're scaring themselves. They know it's a projection. He had another guy, who's like, well, can I use that executor letter? And I showed him mine, and I told him what happened. When I sent it, it gets their attention because it gets your attention. You feel that power. You can feel it zing up in there. I first started putting these videos up, and I was like, what is taking so long? But then it dawned on me, just like down here, it has to be sent through all the committees to see if it's got the right fidelity, if it's the right copy, right? If I earn the copyright, it's going to take a minute from my perception. And I thought, oh, well, that's good. I wouldn't want someone sending some bullshit up in there. It would get checked. It'd get retarded by God, the way it would be. That's why you have all these committees and things down here on the set. That government is not, that's why it never works very good, because it's not what that's for. It's for the need that government, and to figure out why it needed it, how it got deceived itself into thinking that it was something, but it was something that we needed, because we were breaking the law and we didn't know it. Our parents were breaking the law. Just a lot of kids down here right now in the movie screen, and we're watching it and we're getting scared. I've seen people just fed up, like, right? You just can't take it anymore. I jumped in those little kids in the park, like they're 3 years old. I'm like, they're master manifestors, right? Like, they don't give these adults, they're only goofiest ones that can dream all this stuff up and get scared of their shadows. It's only an adult that can believe that that's all true. So anything on the set now in the headlines, I've got to clean my court up too. I don't need Wayfair and all that. I'd rather go see how they did it than 100 years ago. It's the exact same themes. The set just updates. so we can play. We're doing the updating on set ourselves at a higher level. Take responsibility for that. There's nothing now that's outside of us that we can't figure out, and it will help us. And it's a clue put there by us, for us, so that we can help the other life here. That's the game, what this is all about. So, I mean, what is out there now that people are railing about? Except, what they want in the Karens to just wake up. That's what I want in you, right? And that's what they want in themselves. But this is the next way to wake up, that it is a Plato's cave projection. That wasn't just an interesting idea. It was an exact description of what we observe here. I mean, we wouldn't have all these books about God. Do you believe in God? What's your opinion of God? None of that would exist if there wasn't something to it. Right? That's what it's all there, to prep. You gotta be perped before you're prepped. You gotta get your energy stuff lined up. It's just, that's what growth is. So as we embody our divine role and we get this knowledge, we help each other figure these things out. There's a couple real knowledgeable law guys, listening to them, and they still got that enemy out there. There's still something that they are doing to them, right? They're getting a lot of the pieces, but we know how to break all that down real quick. There's the law, do no harm, do unto others, and then there's everything else. That's all you really need to know. And that's why all that stuff exists, for the lawbreakers that don't know. But now we know. So, yeah, I mean, this generation, we've done this all together. We figured out that none of these dates and times and sequences and music genres, and none of it seems to really, really add up. And that would be another clue that the glitches in the system would be expected. Let's try to think where. So, I mean, people are like, man, I never dreamed the world would involve all this stuff. I've seen that from a few people. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling. We're glad too, right? Because that was just too boring. I mean, there was no magic. It was just plodding along these 9 to 5s, and that's not all there is. That's why we got the Mandela effect. Hey, that's just you tapping you on the shoulder. That, hey, all that out there, it's not what you thought it was. It was there to learn, and now you help, and that's the real joy of life. That's what humanity is. It seems like we've been going through some rough stages, but that's why the humans got to be put into the super cities, because our manifestors are that powerful. That has to be controlled. And those people that deny it, their creator, their life's going to get increasingly uncomfortable, because they're worried about all that, their health. They're afraid of stuff they can't even see. Some other yapper on there, because the scientists and the viruses, and give me a break, bro. Look up there real close and see what you see. You can go look. They even give you the one-eyed microscope with the quartz crystal. Royal Raymond Rife, Gaston Nasons, they got that looked up real close to show you and tell you that's not what is going on. Were they characters out there? Everyone's a character at some point. But you're hearing this from a face, right? I was like, maybe I should put some videos up, or no. I think it's more interesting to see what's in the eye, Hear it in what's in the heart. It's kind of what I'm interested in. So yeah, my not quite 5,000, but I keep dropping in there and just say, hey, see where people are. That's what I'm interested in now. Building that, cleaning up that's my court, right? 5,000 electronic entities coming at me through here, the screen, for now. So, yeah, I'm going to keep yapping, just like everyone else does. Nobody stopped me. I'm glad I haven't seen any whole Zuckerberg. You don't have any of these enemies. Bill Gates. Uh, no, he's in all this gematria too. Trump, Revelation, Bill Gates, whatever celebrities' names are in there. Like it's all in there. Because that's the code. Plato's cave. That's what's on the sticks that they're putting in front of the fire. That's what you're doing that. You're doing that. Now you just have to figure out why you're doing that and to decode it. What the hell are you doing that for? Trafficking thousands of children under the church underground. So that's the transition. The child can believe that. And it's scary. But we can all agree that that's a bad thing. That's why that one's there. Cover your mouth because of a virus? It's about 80-20 split. Sexually abuse an actual child on Earth? That's 100%. We know that one. That's to unite us. But right, those people will not go there. That's for them. That's for us to share that. The real children has been us. And that's why that whole system out there. You don't even go to church. The church is going to gobble up your kids. It's always been in the script. In the God script, the government education is going to abuse your child. Disney corporation is going to come try to sexualize your child. So until you stand up and protect it against that and figure it out. And that's what your role is. That's why it's so provocative. It brings it out of you. I assume it's worked in the past. That's why it's in there. That's why it evolved. The real evolution is this heart evolution. So yeah, protect your kids from Disney. Protect yourself from all that. You know better, right? You should. By now. I mean, I should by now, too. So, whatever's coming out of your mouth, that's your lesson. Same for them. That's a pretty good God trick. Now there's nothing that's... I can't believe someone would say that. I mean, I know they're just doing their wind-up roles. As characters in our play. Good. Let's see what else comes on down the nutshell. Got a lot of nutty people still watching it, so it's going to become increasingly kooky, by design, because that's just another step, right? Do you believe that could really be happening? What else could it do? I mean, to get I saw figured out, yeah, but maybe we shouldn't have been sending our kids to these schools all these years. But there's no should, would, it's just that's the way it was. And there's only the present moment. So now we have this opportunity. So we had that experience that, yeah, I mean, we lived through it. We went through those shitty public schools. We knew what that felt like. I don't want that for your other life out there, right? That would be some good stuff. I mean, nature, like I teach them as how to garden. Saw someone asking that, how to garden and how to love. Maybe what you're not supposed to teach them is all that stuff you took on, that you're this type of a person. And because you saw this kid, you're not born racist, right? They're the pure. Man, we need to start learning from them. That's the school. Now you have to be teaching them, keep them home and learn from them because they're closer, right? You've been out here getting molded, and you're the one that needs the education, re-education camps. That's what that is all about. So this is re-education camp. This is summer camp. All right, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here, and see you on the next one. Keep going. Big love. Much love. Awesome.